I'm a unique and energetic person. And I have a gift of sharing my passion through my art. She's a hoe. No. Who's Scarlett? You know, I feel like I am Scarlett. Can I just say I am Scarlett?
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue au Cabaret Mado. Les meilleurs racines de Montréal. Asseyez-vous confortablement et laissez-vous transporter par la magie du spectacle. It's a show time!
I moved here in 2011 to go to circus school, actually. So I was 15 and I auditioned for the high school program at the National Circus School and somehow got accepted and convinced my parents to let me move here by myself and live in a dorm. And then I ended up finishing my high school and going to CJEP here at that school. Really shortly after I graduated, I ended up signing a contract to go on tour with Cirque du Soleil. And so I did 2 years on one of their touring shows. And then I actually got injured, but I'm not injured anymore. But I got injured and I came off tour and I ended up deciding that I didn't want to continue with the show. And I worked a full-time contract as a makeup artist for the company also. And started doing drag kind of at the same time, and now I'm juggling all three of them. I grew up in southern Texas, as I said, and I'm from a religious family. So I went to Christian school like every day of my life until I got here when I was 15, which was interesting, I guess. I got bullied a lot. This kid made fun of me right before my English class was starting. And so I stood up later, like as the class was starting, I stood up and I was like, call me a faggot one more time. And like I got in his face about it a little bit more. And I was like, make fun of me again, like let's hear it. Like you're whispering it in the corner and you're laughing at me and I know that you're laughing at me, so like let's hear it. And I got sent to the principal's office because I disrupted class, right? And so we ended up having a meeting with one of our principals and he was like, he told me that he felt that me and this other guy that were bullying me were leaders. I was in 8th grade at the time. We're like leaders in the 8th grade class. And that if we kept disrupting class in the manner that we were disrupting class, that he would give us equal punishment. But at the same time, I mean, they weren't wrong. So like, they did point out something in me that I end up like, now that I take advantage of and that I use to my advantage and that I use to make people happy, you know, even though there's kind of like dark beginnings. But yeah, I mean, you're at a Christian school, so kids are just calling you faggot and just being mean and just like making up nicknames for you because they have nothing fucking better to do. We've come a long way since then. And so yeah, back then I did, you know, I could have been more confident. I did lack some confidence because I was getting made fun of. I was being questioned and I wasn't able to give a response. As you come into your own and you just recognize, you know, I just recognized that once I got to circus school and I was working and I was being praised and then like using feminine qualities like being able to move well and dance well in all the years that I was doing gymnastics and like having been like a cheerleader and like doing art and all of these things that like people made fun of me for, to see that it comes together to create a skill where you can actually like touch people. Doing drag has helped me discover who I am and where I stand exactly in my sexuality and how I present myself to people and my gender identity. And when you have those solid roots and you're able to give back those answers to those things that were being said to you years and years ago from being made fun of, it gives you a confidence. So yes, like in dressing up as a woman, I've gotten more confidence because I know who I am and I know what I like to do and I know what I'm adding to this world. Like I know that's like an existential way of saying it, I guess, but like I know that I was put on this earth to be on stage. I really think that that's my gift here, whether it be as a boy, as a girl, in between, doing circus, doing makeup, doing whatever. Like just knowing that you're capable of that is like, it just changes the world. It changes your perspective on the world. And then you stop caring about what people have to say about you because you're not going to see them again tomorrow, or you have a choice to not see them again tomorrow, you know? And like, they want to criticize who you are, like, haters gonna hate. When it comes down to it, whatever. If I know that I love myself and I know what I'm doing, if you're gonna criticize me, it's like, well, I've already thought of that, and I've decided that, you know, there's XYZ option that touches me more, or I find more important, or I find more efficient, so that's why I chose it. So you can make fun of me for that reason, but already thought that, already don't have a problem with it, so it's your problem, not mine. If you go through life thinking that you have nothing to learn, and that somebody who has a different experience than you, whether they do better than you or worse than you, in whatever scale that you want to compare them to yourselves on, if you think that they don't have something to potentially teach you, you're stupid. Sorry, you always have something to learn. I think Scarlett makes you think twice about a lot of things, you know? And like also like that can reference just like because she's fucking hot because she's what? Sexy. But also because like I do have an acrobatic style on stage, and so she's very like, Scarlett is very much like the wow factor. It takes guts. It takes guts to go on stage. It takes guts to, you know, reveal that your hobby, like, it's kind of taboo still. Like if we're talking like on a global scale, like cross-dressing is not widely understood, and it's getting there slowly. And I think that it takes passion. It takes energy, you know? Like, you have to have something that you want to express on stage. Dun, dun, dun.
She is here.
She's almost here. Oh, look at the volume. My effeminate nature used to be criticized all the time. Like in Texas, like being feminine and having feminine traits is like, it's seen as a negative, and people push it down, but really we use it to like bring joy to people and bring joy to ourselves and like spread our love and spread our light. And so I think that that's what drag has done, and it's just like, it's helping normalize less extreme cases where like, if you've seen a drag queen in your life, the next time that you see two guys walking down the street holding hands is gonna be a lot less shocking than when you see like this huge, like, for lack of a better term, like transvestite woman performer thing, like walking straight at you with like a 10-foot wig, you know what I'm saying? You can walk into a bar as a boy and like this one group of people is gonna talk to you, and then you can walk in and drag and another group is gonna talk to you. You get to meet people twice. So I have a lot of fun. Like this is one of the reasons why I love being Scarlett, is because you get to like put on this transformation, like you transform, you put on this costume, like past recognition, and you get to see people's true colors again, like Hannah Montana. That's both worlds, you know, but it's true. Like you can put the wig on and everyone recognizes you and everyone loves you and everyone wants to talk to you, and you have no time to like even pay attention to your friends, and then you can take the wig off and walk by the same people and they won't even notice you. And it's such an empowering feeling, just knowing like, oh my God. Kyle? Oh, this is so interesting because now I get to talk about Kyle when I'm not Kyle. Kyle's got it. Kyle's got it. But not all the time. Kyle's a little ball of talent and energy, but I think that there's still a lot of potential energy in that ball. So, but he's cute, he's fun. We like Kyle generally. We like him, I think. I like him at least. I think he's pretty fun. She's a fireball. I think that Scarlett Business is reflective of like Kyle's most confident moments, but all the time. It's almost like the confident corner of Kyle's personality that's always on. Scarlett Business is like Kyle, but without the fear. The only fear is that my wig will fly off in the middle of the performance and ruin my illusion. Or that like a ball will like slip out on the side and like we'll have a little wardrobe malfunction. I've had wardrobe malfunctions, so. But yeah, she's like Kyle, but without fear. I think that's a really good way of putting it, actually. So. Business. She's fierce, acrobatic drag queen. Flip, split kicks, and death drops. Actually, I don't actually death drop.